Let me tell you, these ain't your average dumplings. We're talking pierogi, baby. These delightful little pockets of joy are a staple in many households, and once you try them, you'll understand why. Welcome yet again to Crafted in Kitchen, y'all. Pierogis are little pockets of deliciousness that hail from Eastern Europe, where they've been perfected over generations. Each family has its own secret recipe, passed down through the ages. They're like the culinary rock stars of comfort food, bringing warmth and satisfaction with every bite. Imagine biting into a soft, doughy exterior and discovering a burst of flavorful filling inside. Now, I've seen pierogi pop up in diners and drive-ins all over this great nation. From small-town eateries to big city restaurants, these little dumplings are making waves. From coast to coast, folks are falling in love with their pillowy goodness. It's no wonder, given their versatility and the sheer comfort they bring. And why not? They're like a warm hug on a plate. Whether you're having them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, pierogi fit right in. Whether you're a seasoned pierogi pro or a curious newbie, get ready for a flavor explosion. From savory fillings like potato and cheese to sweet ones like fruit and cream, there's a pierogi for everyone. We're gonna whip up a batch that'll have you dancing the polka in your kitchen. The process is as fun as it is rewarding, and the end result is pure bliss. Trust me, these pierogi are so good, and the combination of textures and flavors is simply irresistible. So, why not make your significant other some pierogi? Gather your loved ones, roll up your sleeves, and create some delicious memories together. All right, let's gather our ingredients. We're about to embark on a culinary journey to Flavortown, and it all starts here. We're keeping it simple, just like my grandma used to do. She always said the best recipes are the ones that come from the heart and use the freshest ingredients. This is enough for 2 hungry folks, but you can always double or triple the recipe to feed a crowd. Perfect for family gatherings or a cozy dinner for 2. For the dough, 1 cup all-purpose flour, plus extra for dusting. Flour is the foundation of our pierogi, giving it that perfect texture. Half a teaspoon of salt to bring out all the flavors. 1/4 cup of warm water and 1 large egg. The egg adds richness and helps bind the dough together. For the filling, 1/2 cup of mashed potatoes. Leftover mashed potatoes work great. They add a creamy, comforting base to our filling. 1/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. The sharper, the better. This gives our pierogi a nice, tangy kick. 1/4 teaspoon of salt to enhance the flavors, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper for a bit of heat and depth. For cooking and topping, 4 tablespoons of butter, melted. Butter is essential for that golden, crispy finish. 1/4 cup of chopped onions, caramelized, optional but oh so good. They add a sweet, savory note that complements the filling perfectly. And sour cream or applesauce for dipping, your choice. Sour cream adds a tangy creaminess, while applesauce brings a sweet contrast. Both are delicious options to complete your pierogi experience. Now comes the fun part. This is where the magic happens, and we transform simple ingredients into something truly special. Roll up those sleeves and let's get our hands dirty. Dough power. There's something incredibly satisfying about working with dough, feeling it come together under your fingertips. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour and salt. This step is crucial as it ensures that the salt is evenly distributed throughout the flour, giving our dough a consistent flavor. Make a well in the center and add the warm water and egg. The well method helps to incorporate the wet ingredients gradually, making the dough easier to mix. Stir until a dough forms. At first, it might seem a bit sticky, but keep mixing until it starts to come together. Knead it real good. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface. This is where the real fun begins. Knead for about 5 minutes until smooth and elastic. Kneading develops the gluten, which gives the dough its structure and chewiness. Cover with a damp cloth and let it rest for 30 minutes. This resting period is essential as it allows the dough to relax and makes it easier to roll out later. This gives the gluten a chance to relax. A relaxed dough is much easier to work with and will result in a better texture for our pierogi. Filling time. While the dough rests, mix together the mashed potatoes, cheese, salt, and pepper in a bowl. This filling is the heart of our pierogi, so make sure it's well seasoned and delicious. Give it a taste and adjust the seasonings to your liking. Don't be afraid to add a bit more salt or pepper if needed. Roll it out. Divide the dough in half. This makes it easier to handle and ensures that we get an even thickness when rolling. Roll out each half on a lightly floured surface to about 1/8 inch thickness. Take your time with this step to ensure the dough is even and smooth. Use a 3-inch cookie cutter or glass to cut out circles. These circles will be the perfect size for our pierogi. Fill them up. Place a spoonful of filling in the center of each dough circle. Be generous, but not too much, as we need to seal the edges properly. Fold the dough over to form a half-moon shape. This classic shape is what makes pierogi so recognizable and charming. Pinch the edges together tightly to seal. You can use a fork to crimp the edges for an extra secure seal and a decorative touch. Boil them up. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. The salt in the water helps to season the pierogi as they cook. Gently drop in the pierogi a few at a time. Be careful not to overcrowd the pot, as this can cause them to stick together. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes, or until they float to the surface. Floating pierogi are a sign that they are cooked through and ready to be removed. Get them golden. Remove the cooked pierogi with a slotted spoon and drain. Let them sit for a moment to ensure all the water is drained off. Heat the melted butter in a large skillet over medium heat. The butter adds a rich flavor and helps to crisp up the pierogi. Add the pierogi and cook for 2 to 3 minutes per side until golden brown and crispy. This step gives them a delightful texture and a beautiful golden color. Top it off. Transfer the pierogi to a serving platter. They're almost ready to be enjoyed. Top with caramelized onions if desired. The sweetness of the onions pairs perfectly with the savory filling. Serve immediately with sour cream or applesauce for dipping. These classic accompaniments add a creamy or tangy contrast to the pierogi, making each bite a delight. These little beauties are ready to rock your world any time of day. They're a slam dunk for a hearty lunch, a satisfying dinner, or even a fun and funky breakfast. And don't even get me started on late-night snacking. Picture this, you're hanging with friends, watching the game, and bam! Out comes a plate of hot buttery pierogi. Talk about a game changer. Pierogi are pretty awesome on their own, but why stop there? Let's take this flavor train to the next level. Pair them with some kielbasa sausage for a real taste of Eastern Europe. Or go for a lighter option with a simple side salad. And if you're feeling adventurous, try dipping them in some tangy mustard or horseradish sauce. No matter how you choose to enjoy them, one thing's for sure. These pierogi are gonna have you saying, "That's money." Until next time, bon appetit from Crafted in Kitchen.